I got started in the restaurant industry because I needed a part-time job when I was going to college. And I got a job at a restaurant that was opening up in Baton Rouge called Poets. Worked all the jobs all the way up to eventually became the manager. It took me so long to graduate from LSU that I was the manager by the time I graduated, and I never got a job. I just kept working there. While I was working at Poets, a friend of mine, Jimmy Weatherford, and I bought a little restaurant across the street from LSU called Louis Cafe. It had been open since 1942, and Louis Chestnut died of a heart attack one day, and so we had heard about that it was for sale, and so we went over there and didn't know any better and bought it. And so I kept my day job at Poets, and then I was in the restaurant business for myself also. In the early 80s, I had a business in Lafayette, and oil prices crashed, and we went bankrupt there. And I got a job in Alexandria opening up Fast Track hamburgers. My job was to come to Alexandria and open 5 Fast Track hamburgers. And we got 2 of those open, and I found this little packaged liquor store / deli called American Spirits that was for sale in the Town Talk. And once again, I talked my boss into letting me keep my job managing those hamburger joints, and I bought American Spirits and turned it into a neighborhood restaurant called Spirits Food and Friends. About 4 years later, we got an opportunity to buy a restaurant on Main Street in Pineville. And so my wife joined the business, and she came aboard and ran that operation. So now we had a restaurant on Main Street in Pineville called Lee J's. And we ran both of those operations until we sold Spirits in 2005, and then we sold Lee J's in 2008. After we sold our restaurants, I actually got a job, and since 2008 I've been running an entrepreneurship program for Central Louisiana Economic Development Alliance, CLEDA, and I didn't think I would be back in the restaurant business again. It's a fun job. I enjoy doing it. I still do it. But Lee Gwynn had decided to move Spirits down the block, and he and I are good friends, and we were talking about what would be after Spirits in this location. And so when we were ready to sell these restaurants, the kids weren't interested. They had grown up working in these restaurants, and now they were gone off to college, and they wanted to have a different career. So by 2013, when Lee was moving and we were having these conversations, they were interested in maybe developing a concept that we could grow into a chain. So in 2014, we opened Wildwood Pizza. We had seen the trends coming across the country where these wood-fired pizza operations were starting to get a little traction. And we had built a brick oven at our house, and we're cooking pizza, and it was so delicious we said we might be able to sell this, so here we are. We had this oven, we were cooking pizzas, and my daughter was involved, my son was involved, Lee was involved, and each of us have different tastes, and so we would create different pizzas and try them, and we came up with a few that we liked. But at Wildwood, you can create your own pizza. So then the customers came in and started creating all these pizzas that were fabulous. So then we picked some of those out and put them on the menu, and the employees would eat certain pizzas, and they got on the menu, and so it just evolved, from what's good. The look and the design and the way the place looks inside. My daughter Vivian and our designer David Crane worked on that, and I have no eye for design, and so when they told me that my daughter said, we're going to have purple walls and lime green chairs, and we're going to have old unfinished wood and a bunch of pallets on the wall. I thought, oh my God. And then I saw the finished product and I was like, oh my God, it was beautiful. So it was quite a journey. And the name, we put words on a whiteboard and we just kept working these words until we finally found something that fit. Central Louisiana has been incredibly generous to spirits and Lee J's and the new spirits. So Lee Gwynn and I are very appreciative of Central Louisiana, so we try to give back. We buy local dairy and produce and meats when we can get them, and we also give back as far as on Tuesdays we have Pizza with a Purpose, and we give 10% of our sales to some nonprofit on that day. So we believe in being part of the community and giving back some of the generosity that this community has given us.